rest of the packet, any questions from it? Corey, I think you came up with one earlier. Okay, the first one, on Uncle Tom's Cabin. Okay. Uncle Tom is depicted as a gentle person willing to accept the sufferings of slavery for the promise of an afterlife in heaven. Why would the author, Harriet Beecher Stowe, want to depict her main character as such if her ultimate goal was to end the institution of slavery? In other words, why did she depict him as angry and willing to do anything to get his freedom? Why did she depict him as kind of this guy who's kind of laid back and going to accept slavery for the promise of heaven? Why would she want him to seem like that?
I don't know.
Sorry? Doesn't make any sense? Well, she must have had a reason for depicting him like that. Why would she want to depict him as a peaceful guy suffering if she wants to end slavery?
Because I don't know. Because they wanted to show that he cared more about God than.
Okay, so that he's religious.
Yeah.
That's good. And why would we want to depict him as a religious individual?
Because she wanted to show you a side of slavery.
She wanted to show a different side of slavery, perhaps. Although she does recount in there the character Simon Legree. He's a very violent man. So she does show the kind of that violent side of slavery. He takes advantage of female slaves. So she does kind of show that side, but why does she depict the main character as willing to suffer through all that? For religious reasons, and what would be important about depicting him as religious? Stretch your minds here. Why would it be important at that time for her to depict him as religious? Taylor, what do you think? Garianti, what do you think? Ryan, what do you think? Why would it be important to depict him as religious?
To show that even the most loyal people.
Okay, to show what even the most loyal people have to suffer. So she's depicting this religious person that he's willing to suffer. Do you think the readers of Uncle Tom's Cabin felt sympathy for him?
No.
None at all?
Well, some, but not that much. I don't know, to a certain extent.
When you were reading the synopsis of it, did you feel sympathy for Uncle Tom? Okay, so it's kind of similar to like the biblical story of Job, right? And we all feel bad for Job, but he's suffering for a reason. You don't know the story of Job? In the Bible, Job is an individual who suffers. Yeah. So, Uncle Tom is this person, religious person who suffers in order to get to heaven. People feel empathy for him. Sympathy.
Not hopeless, but kind of like he can't do anything about it, so he just might as well just let it go. And
Okay.
Because what I said was pretty much him doing whatever it takes to be able to be separate.
Okay. So what would that say to a reader? If he's suffering through this and there's really nothing he can do, whose responsibility is it to help him? Himself?
Well, I personally think he needs to just get over it. Well, not really get over it. He needs to help himself.
He can only help himself. Who else is going to help him?
Yeah.
He's a slave.
Okay. I think given who her audience is, who was her audience? White people. As a white person, as a free person at that time, as you read this and you felt sympathetic for Uncle Tom, wouldn't you get the feeling that maybe it's you who are supposed to help this poor, suffering, religious man? Yeah, and that's what she was directing, and it worked. It was a very pertinent message, a powerful message. People who read Uncle Tom's Cabin were moved, and this kind of spread the issue of slavery on a national level as far as abolitionism. Because prior to that, the idea for slavery was just, okay, we're only going to allow it in certain areas. We're not going to let it spread. The talk of totally eliminating slavery was very small. So the answer there was in order to impress a message upon the white people of the North. Does that help you out, Corey? Okay.